Hello everyone. Well, I'm back the next day and I had to let this head sit because I was not happy with it whatsoever. Now, I was just going to go ahead and I was just going to not even put this video up, and I changed my mind and I said, now let all of you see what I go through. And that head that I was doing, and I knew it, in the beginning, I was really feeling it. And I was liking the look. But somewhere in there, I don't know if I lost my focus, but somewhere in there, I started to go back to an old habit of when I was first learning about my own style. And it seems like when you first start out, you have a style, and you have to determine whether you like the style that is coming out of you or you want something different. And usually you're not liking the style. You're always wanting to change it because that's all part of learning. So mine is, I will have a tendency to actually start sculpting that old way of learning about what style I really wanted to bring out of myself into the clay. When I do that, I'm a very unhappy person as I'm sculpting it, and I really and truly need to put the clay away. And usually when I do that and I come back to it, I can straighten it out. So I'm going to explain to you what I did do. But this tutorial is going to stop here because now I'm going to need to really work on the details. And I have to be very, very careful at this point because my clay is really getting very oily. And when it gets really oily, I have to really deal with the dirt. And I don't want to create this piece to where it's dirty looking. And there's many times that I have created heads, and they were just too dirty for me, and I've had to just throw them away, set them aside or whatever, and I would start all over again. So whether I'm still going to use this head, I don't know at this point, because now it's going to determine on how my oil in my clay is going to work with me with really not becoming dirty. Okay, now what I did with this head was I added a lot more to the forehead. And if I put my head up to my scale, it's still the same. I'm still in my guideline. Now, I just explained this to you. I don't have any wire or anything in this as an armature, but I just put a little piece of clay on it so that I can get a visual of the balance of her, her head or whatever. Okay, I see this a lot, and I even do it with myself. You just saw it in the first tutorial with this one. A lot of times people will think, I don't really need to worry about the back of the head or the top of the head because I'm going to put the hair on it and whatever. The skull, the top of the head and the back of the head is almost as important as the front of your face. Now, you don't want a real huge skull, because you do have to keep in mind that you are going to put hair on it, and depending on the hairstyle and everything, you don't want to make a real huge skull and then you've got this huge hairstyle on it. Then it would look out of proportion. But it's something that you just have to work with and get to know. But a lot of times people just don't put enough of a forehead or a top of a head. They don't bring out the sides of that skull enough. I still need some work on my skull. I need to even it out. My eyes need to be worked out. I did add a little bit more clay in the cheek area, but other than that, that was all that I've done. And of course, I've just gone in there and I've changed the eyes, because I didn't want the eyes to be that big, but it was just the way that I was starting out and feeling into my work and everything. And I'm now getting into it deeper, into the style that's in me that I want to present in my clay. So I am going to leave it here, and I am going to be working on this all day. Hopefully she will stay clean. If this piece just is not anything that I am happy with, then I will just totally set it aside and start all over, and I will come back out on a video and we'll just start all over and see if I can get another head. Now, I'm going to be really honest with you, is that just because, you know, I've stated it and it's true, I have been sculpting 30 some years. I have sometimes made 10, 20 heads, and I have thrown them off to the side every single time because I just haven't gotten to what it is that I'm wanting. Now, it had to do with, you know, just the way I was feeling, the mood or whatever, or just how the clay is. And I deal with a lot of humidity where I'm at. And for me and polymer clay, that is a very huge problem with, for me, is the humidity and the oils in the clay. Other than that, I wouldn't really, I could do it a lot easier. But I just wanted to express that to you, that 30 some years, you know, and I can make 10 heads at one, you know, in one day until I get to where I want to be with that sculpture. So if that's what you're experiencing, don't get discouraged with that, not at all. Actually look at it in a positive way, because every time that you are starting over, you are actually changing. And you will notice that as you do the next one, you might see what it is that you're doing that you're not liking from the other one. And I know I've mentioned this before, but I'm telling you, this is the greatest thing to do, is that if you do have a camera, take a video of yourself sculpting it and then view it on your computer. It's the same thing as if I took my head and I would put it in, you know, face it with a mirror and look at it that way. I don't do that anymore. I do it strictly with the camera. And I'll tell you what, I have seen my style that I don't like. And when I'm ready to scrunch it all up and everything, and I'm ready to do my next one, right away, I already have that visual of what it is that I did with that other piece that I didn't like, and I won't repeat it in my next head. So I wanted to just share with you, and I hope that, you know, this is helping some of you and maybe just inspiring many people to get back into it, to give it a try or whatever, or just to be watching it to enjoy it. I don't know. But this is it, and I am going to go and smooth her out, even her out, and I really do need to clean it up, and that is going to be the test. If she cleans up good, then she's on her way. If not, I will start another one. So everyone, I hope that you get your clay out today and have some fun, and I will see you again. Have a great day, everyone.